Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters, the beauty of multiple income streams. And I'm laughing. I had a big burp, so I had to cut that part out. Oh man, but the beauty of multiple income streams. You know what? The other day I received payment from one of my mini streams. I kind of see one thing about me. I got multiple streams. Anybody who really just go through the description box, you'll see I have stuff on multiple websites. And I even have some stuff I don't necessarily talk about. Like on my main website, I'm also doing some affiliate marketing. Yeah, you get a little bit there, but it's always a surprise. And then on my Teachable, you know what? I haven't updated my Teachable in a few years, but I still make money off of it. So I just leave it there. I just leave it there. And I'm going to tell you what the beauty of just having different sources of income. One, you're not dependent on just one of them. You're not dependent on it. And actually, and I've talked about this before, and I'll share it again. I started thinking about multiple income streams back in 2017. It was March of 2017. I was about to leave my day job and, do these types of videos full time. Had figured it out, budgeted, and always talk about budgeting and planning. I said, okay, I can do it. All of a sudden they had that thing they called the ad apocalypse. You had a lot of advertisers pulled back from YouTube. So I had to wait a few more months. And I was like, they ain't happening again. So, and then, you always say there was something else happening around that time where certain content creators were getting their channels snatched. Because of, I'll call her a disputant woman who called herself going after the manosphere. And my name was on the list. So I was just like, well, one, I did a video saying, you got nothing on me. That's one thing, and this is just in general, this goes beyond money. Always know what you're up against and always know what you can do and not do in any given situation. I didn't have any strikes or any reason for my channel to be pulled. So anyway, at that time I said, okay, I gotta get this YouTube, but I gotta do other things. So, all of my sites, I got it set up so if YouTube itself crashed or went out of business, I can go to another one. Like one of my sites was a ConnectPal site. I had like a small group there, and they just went out of business. They told me, they gave me about a month's warning. They went out of business. So I was just like, okay. So I just transferred it to someplace else. And I was like, okay, fine. But that's one of the things, because you got more options. You got more options, different ways of money coming in. You don't have to depend on just one, even if it's making a lot of money, because then you can fall back on your other ones. And the way I have my stuff set up, I can actually set it up to the point where it would actually be more lucrative for me. But y'all love me on YouTube, so I'll stay here. But anyway, the thing is, that's one of the beauties of it. Another beauty is just getting that surprise money. I got a lump sum of money from something I wasn't even thinking about. I ain't gonna say what. Y'all don't need to know everything I do. But I was just like, okay. I was like, wow. And I was just like, that's the beauty of it. Now, you might not be like a content creator or something like that, but look into maybe good investments like real estate funds or something like that. They're like stocks that will pay monthly. There are some monthly paying stocks. You get a little bit on each stock, but if you got a lot of it, it adds up. Like think about other stuff. Or another good income stream is if like an income producing asset. I mean, you could say if you get a parking lot, you get some place you can develop a parking lot on. All you have to do is just pay an attendant. Just pay an attendant. That's it. You don't have to clean or anything. Just a nice little booth, pay an attendant, and then all you're doing is collecting money and paying the attendant. But it's several things. Or, like somebody say they have a laundromat or something. There was when I was living in my last place, there would be times when the washing machine would break down, and they were very slow about fixing stuff. So I would end up having to go to like a laundromat, and I was just peeping, like, you know, the owner of this laundromat just comes in just to collect his money. It was just because it was unmanned because they had automatic machines or something. Another passive income, and when I say passive or another income stream, it could be vending machines. All you had to do is collect the money, and of course you got to fill them, but I'm just like, wow. And see, the beauty of it is you get money from different sources. You don't have to depend on one. Like, let's go back to that Connect Pal site. What if I was totally dependent? Because I know a woman, she had like 7,000 members. I ain't gonna call her name, but she had 7,000 members. Now I don't know how much she still used it, but it paid for a lot. That could really affect how she lived. Because that's one of the things, especially if you're in business for yourself. Like, even diversifying how you even bring an income into your business. If you can, figure out other things you can do. Like, I give you an example, barbers. There's a whole lot of barbers who they might create some, some shampoo product or some extra product or T-shirts or something like that they sell at their place. Like, I had somebody who was married to my cousin. He was a barber, and we had talked briefly about him doing a bunch of T-shirts and everything. But the beauty of it is when you got multiple things, you don't have to depend on just one. You don't have to be focused on just one, because see, what if you're in a business or something that's affected by the recession? Or you say you have a business that's maybe at a shopping mall or a strip mall or something like that that's going out of business itself. Like, say you were making money, but the anchor business, like a grocery store or a small department type of store, clothing store, discount store, goes out of business. Oh, you're screwed. You're screwed, because then people are not coming as much. But if you set your stuff up where you got other ways to bring in money, like say you at that that place and the anchor store goes out, so people ain't coming into the store, your store or whatever you have as much. But then you have a strong online presence, which incidentally, always, if you have a storefront, always have an online presence, and also look into shipping. You want to have as many ways to bring in money as possible. And then, like I said, if you maybe invest in something, or you do like I do, just have multiple sites where I'm making money on, money's always coming in. Money is always flowing in. And especially in the age of social media, if you have some knowledge, I've already recommended to many people, if you got knowledge of something, share it. And with something like Patreon, you got people who are on Patreon and they don't even have a YouTube presence or anything. Yeah, it's that deep. It's that deep. So I want y'all to really think about it. But that's the beauty of it. When you have multiple streams, it could be something as simple as working a full-time job and having a part-time job. It makes a big difference. Because what if you're on a part-time, you have a full-time job, but what if it's affected by certain forces and they go out of business? But you're on a part-time job where, if you got that right money mindset, you're really working hard on, and they offer you something full-time. That actually happened to me. That's how I got into retail at this department store. I was working there part-time at first, but they were just like, oh, can you come more? Can you pay me more? We'll pay you more. Okay, I can come more. It's that simple. But it gives you leverage and stuff, because especially in this day and age, the more money you have, the better. All right. So anyway, that's all I have for now. Y'all know the deal. Let's go make that money.